Like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to get new video updates.
Analysis: First Brexit, then Bregrets. Time for reconciliation? The question, rendered in a new book by Barnier contributor Stefan de Rink, is being asked again in Brussels, 3 years after the Union Jack was lowered, but this time with a friendlier undertone. The threat of a trade war between the UK and EU over Northern Ireland wanes amid real war in Ukraine. There is even hope of a breakthrough on this politically sensitive issue as early as next week. Both sides are struggling. A Britain beset by Liz Truss's chaotic PM and the economic costs humbled by Brexit deals seriously with an EU reeling from war on its eastern border and an energy crisis. The EU has changed since Brexit. While the UK's exit came at a cost on both sides, the UK took one part of Europe's economic and military weight, but lost the privileged access to workers, markets and trade. Brussels has moved on. The vacuum left by the UK in the European Parliament, Commission and Council has been filled, as has the budget hole left by the UK taxpayer. In fact, the EU budget is larger than it used to be. Public opinion is certainly opposed to its economic impact. Boris Johnson envisioned in 2018 that escaping the stockade of EU regulation would free up at least 4% of gross domestic product. 5 years later, John Springford of the Centre for European Reform estimates that the UK economy is 5.5% smaller than it would have been without Brexit and rakes in £40 billion less in annual tax revenue. But the excitement over a recent meeting between leaders of the Leave and Remain camps suggests that emotions and polarization are still running high. That doesn't help the EU any further. Rather, better relationships should be viewed as a careful, multi-step process. Step 1 is getting rid of the most obvious thorn in the relationship. A breakthrough in Northern Ireland that would see the UK abandon its trade war-related risk-taking and implement border agreements it signed in 2020. Border posts are built. This has helped create the confidence Brussels needs to accept concessions at customs controls. The great unknown is whether British opposition to the role of the European Court of Justice in settling disputes can be overcome. Then comes the third step. Working together in areas of mutual benefit. Research and innovation, renewable energies in the North Sea, satellite observation and the use of Galileo navigation data are examples given by de Rink that could lead to a better relationship in which the UK can secure Brexit benefits not against the EU, but in partnership with a continent that has its own elusive goals of strategic autonomy. The market size, influential rulemaking and Green Deal ambitions could make the EU a good partner for a UK with intelligence and military resources, regulatory expertise and research facilities.